So today, what better organization to help us reflect on that than Reconnecting with Your Culture? And I'm going to turn this over soon to Olimpia Niglio, the president of RWYC, to lead us in that discussion. But I have to say in advance that just reading the titles of your presentations and the abstracts brings joy, which is a much needed ingredient to our concerns that we're discussing about today, but one that's often forgotten. Joy is necessary to achieve the consciousness and the mindfulness that will bring about the cultural shifts we all know are necessary to address the issues that impede attainment of the SDGs. So this is where all of these elements come together. Now, you're not here to listen to me, and I'm eager as well to learn from our joint conferees from RWYC. So without further comment, let me turn this over to Olimpia, and so that we have enough time for all of their presentations. She is a professor of architectural restoration and cultural heritage and the Faculty of Engineering at the University of Pavia, Italy. She served as advisor on a number of cultural boards and World Heritage administrations. She's the founding president, as I understand it, and director of Reconnecting with Your Culture, which is this international project for schools around the world in collaboration with UNESCO University and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Italy. I think that I'll now just turn it over to Olimpia, and if you would start this great discussion that we are all very much looking forward to. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much for your introduction. Thank you so much to introduce myself. I am a professor at University Pavia, and I am also president of Reconnecting with Your Culture, a pedagogical program that is active in many countries around the world. Thank you so much to introduce our international program, and I thank very much Professor Ben Werle, friend and professor at Jena University and the UNESCO Chair, Global Understanding for Sustainability. Reconnecting with Your Culture is an international pedagogical program born in July 2020, and this year we celebrate the first 5 years of our activities around the world. This program is finalized to approach the young generation to the local cultural heritage, because the different experience made in the country convinced us about the aims of the cultural heritage that plays a role very important during the drawings and the development of the communities. It is impossible for us to build a better future without the knowledge of our history. Already during the Roman period, the concept of culture has been very important, and specifically culture was the philosophy of cultivation of the soul. The word culture derived from the Latin verb colo or colere, meaning the grow, nurture, and especially cultivate. These meanings help us to understand that we must cultivate the actual and the next generation, and every day, as the farmers plow the land, we must commit ourselves to generating and regenerating knowledge of the past to improve the present and build a good future. So, how we can do all this? Reconnecting with Your Culture is an interdisciplinary program that put in connection many skills and many disciplines. The interdisciplinarity of these programs allows us to connect the cultures and to valorize the local cultures, and at the same time to promote the dialogue among the cultures. Reconnecting with Your Culture is active in 4 countries, and every country, with the support of the national committee, develops the program in relationship with the local needs and the local culture values. The aims of the Reconnecting with Your Culture in a dialogue with the Vienna Declaration allows us to understand very well the means of the sustainability, where the culture and where the culture and the social dimension require the leadership of the academic and research organization, because we must put education topic at the center in dialogue also with the Agenda 2030. With a specific focus on Asia, in this last year, we have realized many projects and activities from Lebanon to India to Indonesia to Japan. And in this last country, from 2021, we are working very much to realize an intercontinental exhibition titled Angles, Drawings, Picture. And now let me share with us a short video with this experience that synthesizes our project in Asia in dialogue with the needs around the world. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And after this video, I am very happy to introduce my friend of Reconnecting with Your Culture in Asia, that we are sharing our experience in different sites in Asia. Please, we continue with our video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now I introduce my friends from Asia because now we can share our experience. And we know with you our experience in, above all, in India and Indonesia. Thank you so much. Please, Mira.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Olimpia, for the introduction. Let me introduce myself first. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. Thank you very much, Professor Bedowerle, Professor Olimpia, Professor Rana, and all distinguished guests. I'm truly honored to be here today at the Jena conference, surrounded by such a passionate and diverse community of thinkers, creators, and also change makers. My name is Mira Sartika. I'm from Indonesia, representing Reconnecting with Your Culture Indonesia and the Chakra Cultural Foundation. My education background is ancient history and also cultural geneticists. For us, sustainability is a joyful journey, deeply rooted in culture, community, and tradition. Through creative workshop with children, in collaboration with Reconnecting with Your Culture International, we see how reconnecting with local wisdom brings both happiness and lasting impacts. Like Professor Benno Werlen noted, culture must be the starting point of the sustainability. That's all we do. Let's continue to celebrate sustainability not just as a goal, but as a joyful way of life. I will start my short presentation about how our foundation embrace joyful sustainability through culture. If everyone don't mind, I will share my presentation. Or I just can read it. I'm actually very happy to be here together with all the passionate and the culture become the main point of the sustainability. This is my presentation. I will begin a little bit sharing about our works and also our activities to all the participants in here. Embrace joyful sustainability through culture is based on
I suppose we have a problem with the connection.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Let me not share the presentation. I will read it, the presentation. Just a minute. Chakra culture. I will be here also with my children, ambassador of culture, and he will talk to us about the experience involving in the culture workshop with Reconnecting with Your Culture, and also cultural mission to Italy last year with Professor Olimpia. So I will read it. The Chakra Culture Foundation is a foundation that focuses on culture research, education, and workshop dedicated to integrating local wisdom, cultural resilience, and environmental sustainability through joyful and purposeful action. Aligned with the vision of the Jena Declaration, our programs celebrate the synergy between culture heritage, ecological responsibility, fostering self-efficacy, pride, and collective well-being. Through initiatives such as traditional knowledge revitalization, community-led sustainability project like with Professor Olimpia Niglio, and intergenerational knowledge exchange, we empower communities to embrace sustainability as an enriching and joyful practice. By leveraging culture values and indigenous tradition, Chakra Cultural Foundation demonstrates that sustainability is not a burden, but a source of harmony, vitality, and shape purpose, essentially for addressing contemporary global challenges. In collaboration with Reconnecting with Your Culture International, we create various joyful workshops. The children is very happy with our workshop for children designed to reconnect with their cultural roots through creative, inclusive, and inspiring activities that promote sustainable living, such intergenerational dialogue. Indigenous tradition and cultural wisdom contain time-tested solutions for environmental stewardship, health, and social harmony. However, these invaluable assets often remain underutilized in the modern scientific and policy-making discourse. Chakra Culture Foundation aims to bridge this gap by transforming local knowledge into a foundation for scientific advancement and global sustainability models. Through rigorous research, documentation, and collaboration with academic and policy institutions, we ensure that traditional knowledge is not only preserved, but also adapted and integrated into contemporary solutions. This approach strengthens cultural resilience while contributing to truly harmonious, sustainable future for all. Our activities actually cultural research, transforming local knowledge, and we collaborated with Professor Rana several times, published several paper also. Our paper progress report of reconnect intergenerational dialogue in preserving local culture in Indonesia, meet architecture and rights, the concept on conservation of the Tree Danau area in Bali or the contemporary struggle. Also, the third paper is about My House, My Culture, the importance of traditional house in creating cities and communities for future generation. Understanding the symbolic sign, temple architecture encompasses the current master plan of the development of Bali, Indonesia. The last is the rite of passage, impregnable of behavioral epigenetic in strengthening personal healthiness, spiritual and cultural values. We prove that the cultural also can enrich scientific research to find the rich solution. Our cultural workshop with Reconnecting with the Culture International also has been held since 2021. The cultural workshop in Indonesia organized by us and aim to engage age 5 to 20 years old in preserving and promoting Indonesia rich culture. We already held about 10 workshops and then share also with the Reconnecting with Your Culture network in the world. And also the last year exactly, we bring our children in offline, face-to-face to Italy to see and share our culture together with the Professor Olimpia in Lucca and in Rome. And we also attend the World Children's Day in Olympic Stadium together with the late Pope Francis. So with his late, actually, we also all cry. The ambassador of culture also very sad, rest in peace for the Pope, because when we see him at the time, we all crying in the Olympic Stadium because it's a very magical moment for us. So this is what we do to really implement culture, how culture embrace and ignite to the young generation. Then thank you for Professor Olimpia and all the RWYC Reconnecting with Your Culture networks for the opportunity for us to Indonesia to show and share and also exchange our culture together. Now, before I end my presentation, I will ask to join with me one of the ambassador of culture from Indonesia. He is the Ryu. Hello, Ryu. Can you explain to all? Yes, Ryu is one of the ambassador of culture. They inviting together with us go to Italy and also involved in several workshops in Indonesia. Please, Rio, can you tell us about the Reconnecting with Your Culture in Indonesia and how your direct experience to go to Italy and share your culture? Please, Rio, and say hello to all the audience first, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rio Gazi Pramuji. I am currently, as you can see, inside a train. I'm going home from school. I'm sorry about that. I think I'm gonna get off of this train first, so I can talk more clearly.
Okay, I'm really sorry for everyone because Rio is still come back from his school, and I asked him to join us.
It's
Okay, Rio,
okay,
please.
Miss Mira.
Okay.
First of all, I wanna thank you to Miss Olimpia too, for bringing me here, for giving me a chance to talk about my experience in Italy. Yeah, and I want to thank you to Miss Mira and all of the audience too. Thank you, everyone. Okay, first of all, when I got to Italy, I was shocked because the culture here and there is different. Where it's cold. First of all, the weather is cold there. I was shocked, and it's clean. I mean, the sky is blue and everything is great. Okay, and then we first go to Lucca by using the train. We use the high-speed train and then the commuter line. And then when we got off there, it was midnight, so it was very cold. I didn't expect it to be that cold. So we walked, and I was surprised because the buildings were, how should I say it? It's got a old look to it.
Classic.
Here in Jakarta, it's very modern. There's like zero old buildings here. So I was shocked about that. And then when it was the next day, we went around, we walked around, and all I see everywhere is churches or cathedrals. Yeah, big cathedrals. I was shocked and amazed because it was very cool. The design, the size, it was very cool to me, and I guess it was very cool to the other people that were with me. And then after we go around, we are just exploring the place. We meet a pastor, father, or what was it? Miss
Can you
Mira, I
share?
forgot.
Can you share about your performance in the theater?
Oh yeah.
Your performance in theaters to
Oh
meet
yeah.
the culture done in Italy also.
Yeah, we were invited to perform and present our cultures from Indonesia inside the theater. For me, I was presenting uh, the batik, the motif batik, and my friend is is presenting uh, the dance,
Indonesian
then
dance. Yeah.
the Indonesian dance, the Indonesian music. What is it? Suling. It's a musical component. Yes, there was many people there, and it was mainly school children. Yeah, I think they from the sound they were amazed because we told them we have many languages here. It's not just one; it's many. They were amazed from the sound of it. After that, we go to Rome. In Rome, we go to the World Children's Day to meet the late Pope and see the other children from other countries. I got there a little bit late, but I can still see the late Pope, and I was amazed. I was like, "Oh my God, it's him!" I was kind of tearing up. Yeah, even though uh, my religion is different, but it's still great to see one of the most important people.
Yeah,
And
Rio.
then
Thank you very much, Rio.
Yeah.
What else? What
That's
else
all.
you remember? That's about reconnecting with your culture. So you satisfied with our program with Professor Olimpia Niglio?
I was very satisfied.
Yes. You
Very,
should this
very.
continue to all Indonesian children around the world. This program.
I think it should not just be Indonesian children. It should be all children. Everyone
Yes,
needs to see different cultures.
exactly.
That's the point of RWYC, is to connect the cultures together so we know each
Yes.
other. We don't
Thank you,
have
Rio.
to, yeah, that's all from me, I think.
Yeah. Thank you, Rio. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Rio. We continue. Thank you to Professor Olimpia for this opportunity, right? We continue this journey. Okay, thank you, Rio. And safely back home, right?
Yeah.
Okay, before I finish my
Thank you, Miss.
presentation, I just want to say something. When we root our future in tradition, sustainability becomes a celebration. Embracing culture means embracing joy, identity, and a way of living that honors the earth and each other. Let's grow together, joyful, sustainably, and with heart. That's all from Reconnecting with Your Culture Indonesia. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much for all the distinguished guests. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mira. This your travel in Italy was an important opportunity to
Yeah.
share many traditions and values, cultural values. Thank you so much. And now I introduce our friend Rana, Professor Rana Singh from India, because also in India we realized many interesting experience with many schools from Varanasi and New Delhi. And please, Rana, thank you
Let
so
me
much
share
for
my
your
slides.
presence.
Okay, thank you, Brother Mille. I want to share my screen. Let me see where it is. Share, and that zoom up. Not coming, something wrong. Stop here. Can you see my slides? No, I don't think.
Um,
Hmm?
yes, but put your in presentation.
You can see the slides
Yes.
and you can listen me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Then
Okay. Good.
Okay, thank you very much, and welcome to everybody. And also, what we say in our Indian terminology, it is something wrong. It is suddenly changed. So, namaste to everybody, and something. Okay, so it has something technical here and there, vibration. So leave that, no big deal. Let me proceed with. Already, this is the perspective we have planned, and thanks to Olympia to selecting these 3 persons and then coordination, etc. The whole theme already highlighted. I will just give you only the examples. Our mission is just to say education for life. It is nothing like only in a time frame. Education through life. You have to learn what just now we have discussed: happiness, spirituality, and awakening harmonies. So that was the whole. This is the main motto. What is on the RWYC, and Olympia has already explained this. We have also collaboration with Here is Jena Foundation also, collaboration with all these cultural things since last about 5-6 years. So that was the approach. Here is that only the example I am emphasizing, giving example. This we have got this our MOU in 2021. So now it is going to be about 5 years, and we are preparing very detailed report with analytical and qualitative perspective, and that will be part of a research paper, etc. What are the two things very important in such schools? This is a typical school in Varanasi, in the holy city, which is called of Hindus, but this is a Christian school. But through Christianity, dealing everybody, serving everybody, interacting everybody. This is the uniqueness of this particular school. This is up to 10th grade. So you start from the first grade up to 10th grade, and this is mixed type, male, female, both type of students are there. So what is the main thing? What they say, to understand locality, then only you can understand universality. And that's why they have the main theme, local culture. Whatever courses defined by the government or institution, that's okay. Every lesson and every part of that lesson that has something practical. Students are free, they give a little bit tips, they go in the field, they manage, they do those things. And then just like writing a diary, or maybe sometimes poetry, maybe some sketches, and sometimes a short essay, they write down just to have the memory in a good sense. So this is the way, what they call it, unity of knowledge. So here is that principal who has devoted whole life for this. Since childhood, she was linked to this family, and now she is the principal of the school. So what they are doing under RWYC program is specific intercultural seminars that is going on every month with the collaboration of the local institution. That is part they are dealing with since last maybe 15-20 years. Special training for educators and students together involving in different activities. I will show you the program. If some neighborhood is quite dirty, let us feel that this is mine. The sense of belongingness. Go there with the teacher also. Teacher will guide. He will go and clean the area. So that is the way together this is going on. With the seminar, just other side, complete different type of educational system. Our people, our students coming from very interior countryside area. So let us have seminar, how to speak. So the language is a barrier, but your facial expression, emotion, sense, how these things to be linked like this. These are some of the basic things what we got under the MOU, and then participate in international different events like sending the posters, different type of sketches, poems, films, photographs, what they are doing. So most of our schools in 46 countries, they are doing the same thing. I am personally involved in all the activities, and in a way I have devoted most of my life on this particular school. Therefore, I am presenting that one. Here is that how each one example is here. They're just celebrating that is called the Founders Day. So some of the good things of what the founder did, why they wanted to open this school, and then linked it with some great philosopher from East and West, and then trying to say, this is the way you have to awaken yourself. You know that this is nothing like only school. This is a deep sense of attachment to love with all the bricks and mud. So this is the way every year they have 2 times such celebrations they do, and then task will be given that you can write your experiences, poem, etc., etc. That is part of the archival library in the school. Here are some of the examples. You can see different state culture represented in the same day function. That it started out 4-5 p.m. in the afternoon, and that will go to the midnight. So you can see the different parts of India, different type of music, culture, dances, discourses. So that is another thing what we are trying to develop under this RWYC program, integration of culture, and then understanding of the culture, respect of the cultures. This is the way. So this is one example you can see. Another task was given by the principal that a group of, you can form a small group, 3-4 children together, and then you can try to adapt one part of the building. And there you can plant something which is suited to the climatic condition of this particular area. And you have also to look after that is not tree only. That tree is just like your close friend, so you have to take care of it. This way, at different gates, these are not maintained by gardeners. These are maintained by students, children there. This is another example what I have already said. Here, the same line, 20 languages, all these students, they are going to sing on the Independence Day of India. So that was the 15th of August, 3 years back. That was something surprising. My goodness. Children coming from different parts of India, they have settled here, or their parents working. That's why they are getting education in such a good school. So they sing there, they maintain all that. This is uniqueness. On the other hand, like some of the ancient stories, let them learn, let them try to develop. It is nothing like pressurized type of direction. That is another thing always to keep in mind, that with love and affection, you can say something. If they are avoiding that, okay, don't try to cry like this. That is another thing. Another program is another program. They go to rural area and some charitable area, poor people, and interact with them, and then try. So first they have to know about them, and then they do something for them. Some giving some food, some clothes, something like flour. This is the way different fruits. That was the most common thing. They brought some fruits from the city area and then giving to them, and then they are trying to develop such a close relationship. It is nothing like two classes, but two types of culture meeting together. That is another example. And RWYC, myself representing and explaining that what are the gaps, what further to be done like this. Like particular days celebrated like this year is Father's Day. Every year they choose a family. I was also chosen 2 times about 10 years ago. On this particular day, the old persons will be honored, giving all that mattresses and some clothes and warm clothes, soap, something like toffees, etc., etc., just to honor the old. And that old person will be chosen from the students, especially 6th grade below, so that they can think is anybody about whom they know that Dadaji means grandfather, maybe like this, and then all together, then it will be taken that which fellow has got maximum choice, then that person will be invited and honored with all those things. So and then all the children will go and touch. So this is the way they are learning how to respect seniors, how to learn from them, something in this example. Similarly, we have here also Happy Mother's Day. Also like Children's Day, that day just you open, no guidance, nothing. You have to go in the muddy area or your garden area, and then you can make something. Just remember your childhood, how you have been very close to Mother Earth and Mother Nature. And that had extended form is World Yoga Day. So they know that how world level this is celebrated. We are part of that particular type of exercise. Similarly, we have Earth Day. Mother Earth Day, what we call in Indian terminology, in English only the Earth Day. Here is the World Wildlife Day. So all these days, at least there are 10 such days. So it does not mean the whole day it is going like. They are continuing their education, their courses, and then arrangement has been made back and a marginal adjustment so that they can do all these extracurricular activities and try to learn the better thing about the future. This is particular, you see the example what I mentioned, World Water Day. So it is not only talk about water. Go, clean the water. See where is the garbage. Where at the west, here is a holy river. So they are cleaning that one. And then they go to inform the families in the neighborhood. Please don't do. We all are your children. So if river is mother, then you have to do like. This is one of the program. And some of the very world-renowned authority like Swami Vivekananda, so that Jayanti particular birthday celebrated. So there are 2 levels. One is having the competition. There'll be 2-3 groups. They are talking about the life and culture of Vivekananda, how we try to link East and West. And then the other thing will be that some of his sayings, they have to chant it just like sacred verse. And they have to take a vow that I will follow one of these aspects in my life. This is the thing every year, this type of function, since last 15 to 20 years going on. Here is example that you are also part of a nation. It is nothing like that only particular group. You are representing the whole India. Then what to do? Here is a program, Clean the Ganga, clean your city, make your city beautiful campaign. By Government of India, started that you have to do that. So this is one of the schools. They have already started with that, and they have moved on 2-3 continuous Sundays. So full city, they have moved that, look, please save us, and you can save it because you know that how to save it. That was the one of the moment. That is another part is like heritage walk. What is already defined. We have already about 60 such sites in whole city, ancient especially. And so alternate day, or you have something gap, then you can go, and that will be nearby to your house so that easily you can move. This is one. And the second is with the group you have to go. So many of the students earlier have gone there, understand. Now they go with the teacher and then they explain what they learned, where is the gap, cross-questioning, dialogue. This is the way to make awaken about the heritage, local heritage. Then this is something like meeting, inviting scholars, and they are talking. There was one session on RWYC. Myself was honored and all that, and then one of the biggest religious organization, or you can say that is the one among the 2 leading one. Sarda. So they have awarded me that, look, no way I have something, any formal thing, link all this, and you are doing, okay, since now you can say 5 years RWYC, but before that, this school was doing the work. So they invite such scholars also, old persons also, just to communicate and say what they have achieved, how they have done. So this is another example. So we can say that this RWYC is a way to global understanding. People form a sense of ourselves, belongingness, and link. So this is a theoretical portion. We have already prepared a review paper based on the different conceptual or maybe imaginary perspective of RWYC philosophy. And still we are doing to develop something more concrete type. So in aerial context, in spatial context, in thought context, and something based on our practical exercises, what we have received from our friends from different parts of the world. So just to say that it is just another of our perspective or theme. What we follow is culture will save the world through reason, understanding, and practice. This way we have also our website and other details and some publication from the EDA International Journal, etc. Professor Olimpia is the director and editor-in-chief. And I am very lucky to work under her guidance and collaboration so nicely. During the last around 6 years, not a single complaint between us. That is another way of happiness and sustainability of friendship. Okay, so let me just say this is one more line. It is missing somehow. What happened? Something. Anyway, leave it. So one slide missing. So just to say thank you. Gajamile, Danke Schoen, Dhanyavad, Makasin. Okay, thank you very much. Again, later on we have some discussion when Professor Olimpia will arrange. Otherwise, thank you very much to everybody for so nicely encouraging us and supporting us in a different context. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Rana. Thank you so much to share all an Indian experience about reconnecting with your culture. And now I would like to introduce also our friend, Professor Kumar. Actually, Professor Kumar is a visiting professor at the University of Pavia, and together we are realizing a synthesis of our program with the results from these last 5 years. And now please, Professor Kumar, because thanks Professor Kumar, now we can know more about all activities around the world. Thank you so much, Professor Kumar.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all. At the outset, I thank TJD conference organizers for their wonderful program. And I also thank Professor Olimpia Niglio, the Global Director of Reconnecting with Your Culture, for giving me an opportunity to associate with you, and also the International Pedagogical Program, RWYC, and also a platform for sharing the experiences which we have learned for the past few years. And I also thank Professor Rana Singh for all your kind support in associating with RWYC. And myself, Gireesh Kumar, I'm from Banaras Hindu University, India. And I've joined in University of Pavia in the Department of Civil Engineering and Architecture, and associating with Professor Olimpia Niglio, and also this pedagogical program RWYC. So I'll be sharing the small slides which showcase the 5 years journey of RWYC at global level, and also our future plans on the global level, which is based on the feedback provided by the coordinators from different countries of the globe as the coordinators of RWYC. So let me share my slide first. I hope my slides are visible. Could you please confirm so that I can proceed? Okay, thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you.
good.
Thanks. As the global director, Professor Olimpia Niglio, has already been talked about RWYC and its activities. It's as we all know that it's an international program. It's a pedagogical program which brings the younger generation closer to the value of the values and the culture contents of their local cultures, as well as strengthen their feelings of unity and belongingness. And it is started in the year 2020. Which is promoted by EDA, our International Research Center, which is located in Italy, and in collaboration with UNESCO Forum University, as well as the cultural heritage envisioned by Professor Olimpia Niglio, the global president of RWYC. As we know that the major vision and mission to strengthen the knowledge of local identities, culture, and customs among the children, they are in the age of 5 to 17 years of old, and express them through their creative thinking. And it is also providing an opportunity to present generation to build a strong awareness on the significance of cultural heritage, whether it is a tangible or intangible, or it's a living heritage, to help them to bridge the generation gap. And also it is implement and practice of various learning methods, innovative methods, to see the cultural heritage through the eyes of children and to enhance their creativity, of course. And we have an international cooperation which contribute and promote the local culture, and also to convert the younger generation responsible and also creative global citizens towards the cultural heritage. So let me see some of the slides which we have already had the programs at different parts of the world. And when you look at the structure as the RWYC, the global president, Professor Olimpia Niglio, who's the founder president of this innovative pedagogical program, and Mr. D. Paul Schaffer, who is honorary president, and the executive coordinator, as well as the public relation officers, and also the coordinators from different parts of the world, from different countries. And RWYC has its network across the continents, 4 continents: Africa, America, Asia, and Europe. And still it is widening its network. And these are all the major countries which have been part of this program since its inception. And there are many more countries been adding to this particular list in every year. And here you can see the RWYC global partners, where they are contributing much to the collaborations and the improvement of the program, as well as creating the awareness and awakening programs among the younger generation. And when you look at the past 5 years journey of RWYC, we can see that within a short span of 5 years period, it has reached a level in such a way that it has conducted there are many programs, and then there are many activities and conferences at national, international, and global levels, and charters and sharing programs. All these programs have been made this within this 5 years of this 5 years duration, when it was officially launched since 2020, 20th July at And after that, it has 3 international meet, 120 seminars, 34 lectures within 1 year duration. And during the same period, the RWYC has conducted many international exposition as it is having contributions from different countries and different parts of the world. And also now the present RWYC structure consisting of an international sharing of 51 countries from 5 continents and 21 countries from 4 continents when 2021. And when we look at, let me share. When we look at the global network over 40 countries, as of now, we have conducted more than seven international conferences and more than 5 international exhibitions. And also there are 300 plus international seminars at various places, different countries and across the continents. And these are some of the recognitions which have been acquired by RWC for its exemplary works and the activities for awakening the younger generation and the younger minds. And when you look at all these pictures which showcase the activities, there are different types of activities, innovative methods and methodologies which have been adopted by different schools and the children and also the different parts of the country to spread the awareness of culture and also the heritage. So these are all screenshots of the major programs which have been conducted by different countries from different parts of the world. And when you look at the programs, and it can be even a different programs, it is not that only a one prototype program is available. There are many programs which are increasing the thinking level or creative thinking of the children, as well as awakening the community towards the safeguarding of culture as well as the heritage. So we can have art and craft programs, even universal exhibitions, and walk through the heritage cities and also the heritage as an educational material, and drawing, paintings, or etc. All these activities are being part of RWYC as well as which awaken the younger minds. There are many programs from different countries. These are all the screenshots of the programs. Only few programs were highlighted here. There are group activities, folk activities, ethnographies, and the group discussions, all these brainstorming activities which are part of this program at different places. And of course, exhibitions, we have seen the videos which is played in the beginning. It shows almost all the activities which are happening. So these are all some of the creativity which have been produced by the students and the children. Various programs at different places. So this is global exhibition, which is Angel drawing a picture, Japan International Exhibition for boys and girls. These are all activities which have been accomplished during the last few years. Again, this is also part of drawing exhibition. And when you look at these particular aspects, we can have different pedagogical programs or activities or innovative approaches towards enhancing the level of knowledge, the awareness among the children, and which can be a painting, which can be an artistic expression, or hand building structures, which can be a part of heritage work. So these are all the examples of the proposals programs which can be part of RWYC. And we do have international conferences at different times. So during the past 5 years, we have conducted many international conferences also. And there are some local activities as well as international activities. And now the next slides will be talking about the accomplishment we have already discussed and we have seen in this way. And what are the feedback which we have received? So to analyze the activities which have been already accomplished and what are the future plans, which is based on the national coordinators or the country coordinators, those who have shared their experiences. Among them, some of the popular highlights which have mentioned this particular slides. One of the major aspects of the future plans of RWYC, especially under the extending networks, to develop a strong human network to propagate the activities, which is very much required for the present context, and also to organize more international meetings, workshop, exhibitions at different levels, and also the participation from more countries. Still, there are many countries and few continents to be part of this program. due to administrative and other policy issues. So workshop and exhibitions at different levels need to be conducted. And also the new ambassadors from the children fraternity. And also the widening the coverage to allied areas, as we have seen that not only the culture or the heritage, there are other areas where we need to work along with them, and then has to be a part of this program. And also the collaboration with consulate, as we know that each and every country they will be having the consulates and the members from consulates of different countries. So having a relation with, having a collaboration with the consulates will again make the external affairs to have a intercultural dialogues and activities, and also to enlighten the national coordinators to be more inclusive and to have more programs and publicize them. And as we know that many places we have the digital divides, etc. So in order to overcome such kind of an issues, and we need to extend the network in a more widened way. And it's also connecting with more schools internationally for cross-cultural collaborations. When we talk about the extending the network of RWYC, which are all the future plans of RWYC. And also some of the major the suggestions or the feedback which have come from the coordinators from different parts of the world, those who are associating with RWYC for the past 5 years, and we need to take it into consideration, saying that as we have many programs, RWYC normally conducts many programs, innovative and creative thinking programs. So the approach came in such a way that we need to identify a prototype or an ideal program which can be considered as an ideal program or the program of the core program of RWYC, so that the much research on that particular field under different countries can be performed, so that it can make a prototype or an ideal program for the RWYC. And also adopting more community-centered approaches and hands-on activities, the people with disabilities and underrepresented communities, where we need to have a close collaboration with them also. And also embracing the digital transformation, as we know that now even if you make a heritage walk and making a augmented reality show or 360-degree panoramic view of that particular walk, so that will be an encouragement, or that will be an expressing the way in which we can express in a more technological way, so that it can be shared to the rest of the world. Embracing digital transformation, especially information and communication technologies, digital tools, or virtual and augmented realities, and also the digital storytelling. So these experiences to engage the younger generation more effectively and efficiently. So that is also an improved approach which can be a part of the future plan of RWYC. And also measures to convert from extracurricular to curriculum subject. As we know that in many of the schools in parts of the countries in different areas or different schools, the RWYC program is part of their curriculum. It's not part of their curriculum, it is part of their extracurricular activity. So the culture and the heritage to be part of their curriculum, so that the younger generation get awakened with the thought of culture and heritage. So that is also can be a part of future plan, which has already been in practice in many of the schools. And also publishing documents associated with RWYC program and activities, which is already available in our website and the other social medias. But still, there are some places where people can't access such kind of a digital resources, where need to be publicized more documents at local and regional languages. And also accomplish more international student exchange program, so that they can share their resources, they can share their experiences, and they can also share the uniqueness of their particular country's culture and heritage. So that will be a great support for the other countries as well as the RWYC also. And these are all the details which are associated with RWYC. Anybody can access all these resources and they can be contacted. All these details are available in our website also. So let me conclude here with this. As we know that RWYC is not just a concept for specialists. It built a strong cooperation between culture and education sectors across the world. And as we know that the pedagogical methods and activities of RWYC, which stimulates the young minds, curiosity, and consolidate their academic learning while developing essential social skills. And it's also an effective for enhancing innovative methodological approaches and cooperation between culture and educational sectors. significantly transform the teaching approach at school by fostering a more inclusive and culture-rich learning environment by RWYC. With this, I thank all the organizers, Professor Olimpia Niglio for giving me this opportunity, and also all the coordinators from national and country level for making this program a winning success of pedagogical program for the benefit of the younger minds and the generation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I thanks again Mira, Professor Kumar, and Professor Rana Singh, and above all, Professor Ben Werlen for this opportunity, because it is very important for us to share with everyone our pedagogical program active in around the world. Now, next step is in Japan. Next September, because Reconnecting with Your Culture is a member of an international meeting promoted at the Expo 2025 Osaka, and also with our intercontinental exhibition opens next December in Tokyo. Thank you so much. Join us, and we hope to meet you in the next hour important exhibition, and also events promoted from different academic around the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Everyone.
Do we have some time for questions, Professor Werlen?
Yes, short, not too much, because we are quite strict. But if there are questions, we can discuss them briefly.
I just found the discussion very interesting, and all of that it's so international, much more so than I thought at the beginning. And I see that you have, it really is worldwide, the efforts that you're doing in education. But what I didn't quite understand, and I wonder if you could just either Professor Kumar or Olimpia Niglio, if you could just tell us, how do you organize the coordination of all these activities? And is there one central body? Do you have a system of international coordinators? And then how do you share the tremendous learning that comes out of this? If you could just give us a little picture of that.
Please, Professor Kumar, to reply, please.
Yes, ma'am. I understood your questions. That we have all the programs and activities, as I have shown in the slide, that we have 51 countries from different continents of the world, and we have national or international or continental coordinators. Like Professor Rana Singh is the president of Asia region. All the other coordinators from different countries, as well as we have different levels of coordinators from as part of country as well as part of nation. So they coordinate together and they perform the activities, and there is no local point or a central point as it is. Each and every country is independent in that way to perform the programs or conducting or the organizing the activities, and it all comes under RWYC.
Oh, so there is a central organization.
Exactly.
Yes,
we have.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please. Olimpia, ma'am, please.
Okay, no, we have a guide, but every people, every communities promote in a relationship with the local culture, of the local value, this program. Because for us, it is very important to valorize the local cultural paradigms.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Anna, do you want me to introduce the next speaker?
Point also later on, the fact that children are reconnecting with the traditional culture of their places to understand how the place became as it is now, and doing that with in an artistic way by drawing. I think that's a very interesting approach. That it's not just an intellectual approach to the past, but also a practiced artistic practice of drawing and imaginations of the how and then, now and then. So I think I think that could be an interesting approach for many places around the world. And if they extend the network, so it can be really a global, in a deep sense, global practice, how children can adapt with their places, and from there on have imagination how to develop it further. So exactly as described in the Vienna Declaration. Thank you very much. It's very interesting. So you can proceed, Joanne, with the introduction to the next section.
Okay. I was just waiting to see if there was another question. I thought there was a question in the chat, but now, and thank you so much for that very interesting exposition. I really was fascinated.